Today's event, it really is my privilege to invite Westbank First Nation Elder Eleanor Eli to offer us a blessing to begin our celebration, followed by Westbank First Nation representative on our board, Tom Konek, and as well Jordan Coble, to bring a little bit of history and relevance of this area. So Eleanor, over to you.
Why has her heart in some seal? Let that has in spoos. A high scorned Peter, it tempulated. A high in silk Okanagan, it tempulax. Usapana, yat, and Milsom, tempulachum that new. He couldn't jotin, he go Kuslam and Tim, me and I passed. Koble pala. Usli yaats de me gast. Kan genoemd. Me is Koble dit aan school. Me gast ik schois. Usapana ga ik als papalal ik als tsamala. Giat me een gastemissel. Aha. Dat kwam te item geluid. Was laat ik ga het goed en tip in mijn remsten dit. Ge dat ge wat kotst. Meet goed en tip de gast. Mij had go gast. Was apana. Conjut. Why hast ik scholamd? Why why put? Why? On my relations.
Eleanor, thank you so much. And next we will have Tom. Oh, hiding. And Jordan? Tom and his trusty partner, Jordan.
Yes. Waihaskahot, Mtis Naxil, Kuchiat Inwis Tom Konek. Thank you. Thank you, Eleanor, for the beautiful words, setting us in a good way. My name's Tom Konek. I'm the ex officio WFN rep at the Regional District, Central Okanagan, and I've held that for the last 3 years. Also a councillor for Westbank First Nation. Very grateful to be here to acknowledge and welcome each and every one of you on behalf of Chief and Council on this this exciting day. I just wanted to speak a few words to really showcase that where we've come with the Regional District is absolutely remarkable. Westbank First Nation really signed a local government service agreement with the Regional District decades ago, and it's through this leadership that we continue to have a relationship. We've developed a partnership, and in many ways we get to see this as a friendship because of the agreements, the co-management of regional parks. And I think that's a testament to our staff, both at Westbank First Nation and then the staff at the Regional District. So I'm just really proud to be here. I'm so thankful each and every one of you took the time to come out. A lot of hard work went into this, and I just want to show my appreciation to every organization, stakeholders involved, from staff, from the Regional District, and from Westbank First Nation in the IGA department, Raph Degavera and Stephanie Paul and the rest of the team leading the charge. So Lim, hands up to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And what I wanted to do is have Jordan Coble say a few words on the historic and cultural significance of this place, because I think that's really important to share. And I know that I wouldn't do it justice. So thank you again. Hands up.
Being too modest, he'd do justice. Why peace naxil, his quiz studies. My name is Jordan Coble. Control Lyle, Tumkula, control Staccato, Newt, control Hwasmanek, Limnip, the inflect hap, who's asked down. Thanks my elder for sharing her prayer. And my my words here today reflect her prayer in that our movement forward, you know, I'm here to speak on the history of this area, but it's also today that we're speaking about this historical marker of shared responsibility of moving forward, looking after all the lands that have become ours, you know, all of ours. I always emphasize that wherever you go in the Okanagan, you're on our territory, you're on the unceded territory, and I'm really grateful that there's acknowledgement of that. But this is a shared responsibility moving forward. This park in particular is like many of the other parks throughout the regional district's area of responsibility, sacred areas, sensitive areas, and this park is no exception. There's many cultural practices, many traditions, many markers in and around this park that are very important to us, many of which have already been damaged, most of which have been damaged beyond repair. So now our work moving forward is to share that responsibility to ensure that this park's naturalness is maintained and that these markers are maintained as symbolic gestures of our connection to this place, our responsibility to protect these lands and to look after all the people of these areas, all the resources and all the animals, especially the water. It's not just what took place in the past, it's what's going to happen today and what we're going to do moving forward together to share that responsibility of loving the land, respecting the land, and stewarding the land in a good and inclusive manner. So I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you, Tom, for allowing me to say a few words. Thank you very much, Gord. You guys are you're more than just colleagues, you're friends, and I really honor this relationship. I want to thank the regional district staff that I'm one of those on the ground, in the field kind of people, and so I really acknowledge the on the ground staff from regional district that continue to carry out the work in a good way, always seeking feedback, always wanting to move forward in a good way. It's really providing my heart with some optimism and my spirit with some hope that there will be lands here in the future that our children can celebrate and protect as well. White limit, white heat.
Thank you so much, Tom and Jordan. I really appreciate the knowledge that you bring to the table, and as well to our elder for bringing prayer to this event. I think it's difficult to move forward when we don't have those elements, so it really continues to be important for us at the regional district. Next, I would like to invite RDCO Vice Chair and City of West Kelowna Mayor Gord Milsom to share some remarks. Welcome, Gord.
Thank you, Gail. I'll continue leaning forward. It's quite steep, this one. Anyway, thank you very much for the invitation to be here to help celebrate the opening of this park. It's an exciting day for all of the communities here on the Greater West Side. And I'd like to thank the regional board and the regional park staff and Westbank First Nations for doing such a great job and working together as a team in creating this park. And thank you for your vision, because as a result of it, we're going to be able to conserve so many valuable, rare, important ecosystems, and it's been said to protect these lands. So it's very, very important, and I appreciate that. Look forward to having the trails further to develop. The vistas are just wonderful. Look forward to the interpretive and educational features that will be developed as well. This is quite a magical place, and our residents are going to appreciate it. Visitors to our communities will appreciate it, not only for now but for future generations. So, again, thanks for doing a tremendous job in preserving and creating this wonderful park. So, thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Gord, so much. And as noted, Goats Peak Regional Park will undoubtedly be a very important contributor to a higher quality of life for our residents here in the central Okanagan, and particularly those that have made this part of the Okanagan Valley their home. It is obviously a beautiful place for education, for peace, and for learning a lot about nature. With today's grand opening, residents are now able to visit Goats Peak Regional Park. This supports one of the important environmental areas identified by the Regional Board's strategic priorities for this particular term. Goats Peak Regional Park and its trails allow residents to, as I said, learn about and connect with nature while increasing the number of hectares of regional parks that are now available for use. Goats Peak Regional Park really is an important piece in the trail network envisioned to connect Peachland to Lake Country with the cycling and walking corridor. We know we're not entirely there, but we know there are many, many people who are passionate about ensuring that that goal is met. With 52 hectares of pristine Okanagan grassland, sagebrush, and ponderosa pine forests, as well as 900 meters of waterfront, the Goats Peak Regional Park offers a wonderful opportunity for residents and visitors of the central Okanagan to bond with their natural environment. The park was acquired in 2014 and was just over $5 million, which was used from 2 Regional Parks Reserve funds to acquire this property in West Kelowna. These reserve funds were envisioned many years ago in a way that was always going to help us provide additional lands and to protect additional lands, not always for full development, but actually to protect ecosystems, and this is one of those. This particular property was prioritized and acquired because it meets many of the criteria contained in our official regional parks plan. Its size, configuration, lakeshore access. Its location is close for residents in both Peachland and West Kelowna. Goats Peak Regional Park has high recreational and interpretive potential. There's also significant, as mentioned earlier, heritage and cultural value for Westbank First Nation. And last but not least, its natural ecosystems and landscapes will be protected in perpetuity as part of our regional park system for our children, our grandchildren, and many generations to come. Since the purchase, Regional Park staff has been busy preparing the park for this very day. A Goats Peak Regional Park Management Plan was developed. I know lots of people say you bought it in 2014, why did it take so long? Well, developing parks management plans that are effective and collaborative and cooperative really do take time. So the Parks Management Plan was developed. The trails have been mapped and built. Kiosk maps, gates, and wayfinding signs have been installed. But this really was only half the work. Through discussions and collaboration with Westbank First Nation, we applied the principles identified in our Memorandum of Understanding for protection and conservation of the cultural heritage sites in regional parks. This tool for future development of all regional parks will provide even more well-planned access to our Okanagan environment for all to enjoy, while ensuring that we protect and conserve the cultural heritage sites.